Good evening, everyone. This is Kevin Tressolini from the News Journal and DelawareOnline.com. I am here tonight with my good friend and News Journal colleague, Brad Myers, and St. George's football coach, John Wilson, who is the president of the Delaware Interscholastic Football Coaches Association. How are you guys doing tonight?
Doing great. Ready to talk some high school football.
Doing great, Kevin. Thank you for having me back for another year, and it's great to be with you and Brad.
Thanks, John. It's great to be with both of you guys as well. We did this last year. We're going to do it again tonight, have some fun. The coronavirus pandemic has once again prevented DIFCA from putting together its annual end-of-the-season in-person awards banquet. So Delaware Online is happy to once again step forward and create this virtual online banquet.
The good news is Delaware high school football was as strong as ever in 2021. Teams were able to return to playing a full season, and the new three-division alignment brought dozens of new matchups, and for the first time, 3 state championship teams. So tonight, Delaware Online will recognize a long list. Get ready for this. We've got the first and second team all-state players in each class, the players of the year in each class, the Maxwell Football Club Mini-Max Award winners, and the Maxwell Football Club Delaware Player of the Year, the Coaches of the Year, the DIAA Special Olympics Delaware United Flag Football Champions, the Officials of the Year, and the winners of the DIFCA Crown Trophy Sportsmanship Awards. We've got a lot to celebrate.
As president of DIFCA, I would like to thank Delaware Online for again helping us honor our annual award winners. I would also like to thank DIFCA's longtime sponsor, Delaware Orthopedic Specialist, for providing the trophies that will go to tonight's winners. DOS also sponsors our All-State and Coach of the Year awards.
Well, thanks, John. It's great to be with you guys in your organization again. So let's get started. The best part of DIFCA's annual banquet at Dover Downs is watching the first team All-State highlight film during the buffet dinner. Everybody's on their own for dinner tonight. We can't help you with that, but we're happy to be able to share the highlights from the best players in all 3 classes with an even larger audience. We'll kick it off with Class 3A, the largest of the state's 3 new classifications, the biggest schools.
A lot of these guys are multi-sport athletes. I just saw Lucas Rupert win a state wrestling title on Saturday night. So congratulations to him. Next up, we feature the highlights of the all-Class 2A first team, the state's largest classification with 21 teams and 3 districts.
The new Class 1A was created to give smaller schools who had struggled in football recently a better chance for success. With the teams aligned against each other, they produced some outstanding football. Here are the highlights from the All-Class 1A first team.
Well, I'll tell you what, you can see we got kids all over the state at every level making plays. The realignment this year allowed some kids in some smaller schools that may not have gotten a lot of recognition before to get some recognition. So it's great to see those guys making plays all over the state like that. In response to that realignment, DFCA also changed its all-state selection process and named Players of the Year in all three classes. We're happy to present extended highlights honoring the very best of Class 3A. Some of these guys you may be seeing on television one of these days. Offensive Player of the Year, Cameron Edge, the quarterback of Smyrna, has signed with Maryland. Defensive Player of the Year, Tomiwa Durajayi, the defensive end from Middletown, is on his way to Kentucky. And Lineman of the Year, Cody Harris Miller, the defensive tackle and center from Middletown, is on his way to Army.
Those guys are great, and we've got some more great ones for you right now. It's time to honor the classiest of Class 2A. Offensive Player of the Year, Chris Albero, led Archbear to a 13-0 season and the school's first state football championship in 39 years. Defensive Player of the Year, Wyatt Wright of Woodbridge, signed with Butler County Community College in Kansas, which has launched many Division I college careers. And Blue Raiders teammate Noah Matthews, the Lineman of the Year in 2A, will join Tomiwa Durajayi at Kentucky.
Congratulations to those 3A and 2A players of the year. But let's not forget the 1A competition. The competition there was fierce in the new Class 1A, and their top players match up with anyone. Offensive Player of the Year, Quasim Benson of St. Elizabeth's, rushed for more than 1,700 yards and 31 touchdowns. Defensive Player of the Year, Kyle Weaver, led Laurel to its first state title in 30 years. And Lineman of the Year, TJ Burke of Indian River, had a dominant season and signed with Lehigh.
Oh, you got to love that last play there where TJ Burke goes downfield 50 yards just in case he needs to hit another guy. That's great to see a lineman do that. You know, Kevin and I have written about all of these players, plus much more about high school football, including the top 100 player rankings you will only find on DelawareOnline.com. We recently published a list of 222 players to watch in 2022. Please consider a digital subscription to keep up with all of the high school sports action, including photos, videos, and stories all year long.
Brad, kudos to you for putting together those lists of not only top 100, but top 222 players. Good work. Good work by you, my friend. Hey, listen, next we want to honor all of the players who made the all-class second teams. We got lots of good players around Delaware, plenty to fill a second team as well. Let's start with the Class 3A second team.
Well, that was our 2A team. So let's now go back and check out our all-class 3A second team players. All right, small little hiccup there.
We're going to have a little mix up here. Let's see if we can get that Class 3A second team. Obviously, they are very deserving of recognition, and let's see if we can get that queued up here. I'm being told we're going to go to the Class 1A. We're still going to I know we have the 3A. We just have to find it, but we are going to go now to the Class 1A second team slideshow, the second team players from Class 1A.
Sorry, folks, we had a little technical mix up there. We were not able to grab the 3A second team players. Look for that on Twitter, however, after we finish our show tonight. We'll get that up on Twitter for you after the show. The DIAA Special Olympics Delaware Unified Flag Football title game is always one of the best parts of Championship Saturday at Delaware Stadium. So let's congratulate Dover High School, which went 7-1 and defeated Smyrna 26-18. It was the Senators' third straight unified football state title.
Next up, DIFCA is an organization of coaches, and we are always happy to select and recognize our coaches of the year. In Class 3A, Chip Knapp came to Dover High after 33 years of coaching at Wesley College and made an immediate impact, leading the Senators to a 7-5 record and a spot in the state semifinals.
In Class 2A, John Belace repeated as the Coach of the Year after guiding Archmere to a 13-0 season and its first state football championship in 39 years. The Hawks will also have a date at the White House with its most famous alum, President Joe Biden, later this year.
And finally, in Class 1A, Mike Lemon was elevated to the St. Elizabeth head coaching position last summer when Marvin Dooley moved to Woodbridge, and he authored a big turnaround for the Vikings, who won their first 9 games, finished 11-2, and reached the state championship game.
The Ed Brown Assistant Coach of the Year award goes to defensive coordinator Omar Richardson, who has been at Archmere for more than 20 years. John Belace said he is already in our Archmere Hall of Fame for all of his work as a player and a coach, and this is well deserved. Our defense was our rock the last few years, and a lot of that comes down to what he was able to do and how well he gets them ready. Great job, Omar.
Long a fixture in Pennsylvania and New Jersey, the Maxwell Football Club of Philadelphia has expanded its reach into Delaware. The Maxwell Club gives the head coach of each of the First State's 46 high school football teams the opportunity to nominate one senior for that school's Mini-Max Award, sponsored by the Bacini Polling Group. Here's a slideshow with each of this year's nominees.
It sure is great to see an award that singles out someone from every high school and recognizes qualities such as community service and leadership, along with great athletic ability. Once those mini max winners are identified, a committee meets to choose the Maxwell Football Club's Delaware Player of the Year. It does single out one player. The winner is based on their football ability, but also, as I said, academic achievement and community service. The 2021 winner is running back Wayne Knight of Smyrna, who has signed with James Madison.
DFCA appreciates and understands the importance of all those who officiate our games. We would like to recognize 2 high school football officials for their outstanding service and dedication to Delaware high school football. John O'Beer served as a Delmarva Football Official Association referee for 40 years. A retired magistrate judge, O'Beer officiated Pop Warner, junior varsity, freshman, and high school games, earning the nickname Judge. He has been a DFOA member for 47 years, serving as president, vice president, treasurer, and trainer. Jim Smith of the Northern Delaware Football Officials Association has been calling games in West Virginia, Ohio, Maryland, and Delaware for 53 years. He has officiated in a variety of positions in state championship games, blue gold games, and unified flag football finals. He also served as president of NDFOA for 4 years. Great job. Thank you all for all you do. All the officials, especially John O'Beer and Jim Smith, this year's DFCA officials being recognized.
On that same line with the officiating, sportsmanship is one of DFCA's biggest points of emphasis. Playing hard, but playing fairly is always the number one priority. To that end, each coach nominates a senior to receive the annual DFCA Crown Trophy Sportsmanship Award for that school. Here's a slideshow celebrating those sportsmanship winners.
One of the great traditions and wonderful treasures in all of Delaware sports, and in fact, an event that has been recognized nationally for its unique ability to cross barriers. The DFRC Blue Gold All-Star Football Game will kick off for the 66th time on June 17th at Delaware Stadium. DIFCA will again lend its support as the game showcases the top senior from each Delaware high school football team and, as always, benefits the Delaware Foundation, reaching citizens with intellectual disabilities.
Thanks, Kevin. Very fortunate to be a part of that Blue Gold game. And speaking of the Blue Gold game, DIFCA salutes Tony Glenn, who has been involved with DFRC since playing in the 1973 game. Tony recently retired after 21 years as DFRC's executive director, but remains on the board of trustees and will still play a key role in the planning for this year's game. DFRC has distributed $6.3 million to programs benefiting Delawareans with intellectual disabilities, and Tony has been a tireless promoter and organizer of events statewide, including the Blue Gold game. Tony, we thank you for all you do, not only for Blue Gold, but also for DIFCA, for being a great friend and being a great mentor. We appreciate all you do. DIFCA would also like to salute two longtime coaches who are stepping away. Zeb Blum has been the head coach at AI DuPont the last 13 years, including undefeated regular seasons in 2009 and 2018, and forced trips to the state playoffs. Concor's Greg Mitchell is retiring after 33 years in coaching and 31 years in the Brandywine School District. He spent the last 8 years as the Raiders head coach, reaching the playoffs 4 times. We're going to miss you both, Zeb and Greg. We wish you all the best.
Going to miss Coach Zeb Blum, Coach Greg Mitchell. Always fun to talk to them on the sidelines. Maybe a little more fun after a win than after a loss, but they still talk to you after a loss. Now we want to salute the real MVPs of this show, all of the critical people behind the scenes who have worked so hard to make all of this possible. It starts with the Delaware Online staff photographers Bill Bretzker and Jerry Habraken, two of the best in the business, and freelancers Saquon Stimpson, G. Johnson, Jason Minto, Gary Amy, and William Clark, plus the great Chris Larson of Incognito Productions. They produce most of the hundreds of great photos and some of the video highlights that you have seen here tonight.
Right, you are, Brad. It's a heck of a team. We have other USA Today Network teammates that have been integral members of this effort, include Miguel Fernandez, Damian Giletto, and Ryan Ross. They put together the videos and slide shows and produce the show. Our boss, Phil Friedman, Sean Oates, Joe Mason, and Maggie Bassett for helping to promote the show and provide their guidance. And also big thanks to all of the coaches and athletic directors who provided photos and videos for this show.
Once again, DIFCA would like to thank Delaware Orthopedic Specialists for its longtime sponsorship and for providing the trophies that will go to tonight's winners. The awards will be distributed to your head coaches in the upcoming weeks. We would also like to thank Crown Trophy for sponsoring the Sportsmanship Awards. And we would like to thank Delaware Online for giving us a way to still come together and recognize Delaware's best high school football players at a time when we can't be together in person. We can't wait to see you again soon in August when another great season awaits. Good night, everyone.
Good night, everybody. Good night, Kevin. Good night, John. Great to do this show with you guys. To everybody out there, good luck. The spring season practices just started, and also good luck in the DIA basketball tournaments, which will be going starting tomorrow night for the next couple of weeks. And it looks like the mask mandate has been lifted, so we may see some players indoors without masks here for the first time in a couple of years.
If we had a marching band right now, this would be the perfect time for them to start beating the drums. But without them, just want to say thanks, you guys. Have enjoyed doing this with you once again. Great work. And thanks to everybody behind the scenes too. Sports fans, keep looking at DelawareOnline.com and keep reading the News Journal, and we'll keep providing you some great coverage.